What's up guys? I'm back with another mukbang and let me show you what I have today. I have cheesy corn dogs, pork dumplings, rice, and then some fresh kimchi. Well, I made it yesterday, but okay. And then I have some sriracha back here. I've never had sriracha with the cheesy corn dog, so I'm excited to try it. So let me try this. I mean, I got the pole. Just like, didn't go with the dough. But the dough is really good today. Wow. Except the thingy is like rocking around the stick. Okay, let me try some sriracha. Okay. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I've been doing at home all by myself because one, I haven't like had human interaction for a few days. And so I feel like this is my time to get all my words out and then also maybe give you guys some ideas on what you can do. So I'll go with the things that I've been doing the most, just like the most prevalent things I've been doing. So first is sleeping. It's really weird because in high school there was a point where I would wake up at like 8 a.m. every day, no problem. I would go to class, and during the summer I would also wake up at 8 a.m. no problem for no reason. And I'm not really sure how, but now it's like literally impossible for me to wake up before 11. I don't know why. It's because during spring break, my sleep schedule got really f***ed up because there's no class to go to. Nothing like, oh, I have to wake up at 8:30 tomorrow. So I just stay up until like 5 and then I would sleep until 2. Which is a really long time just regardless. I'm pretty sure it's like what? 9? That's 9 hours is a good amount of sleep. But now, because I don't have to go back to school, there's just nothing to do other than sleep. So that's the first thing I recommend doing. If you want to feel
unproductive, lazy,
and
well, if you have nothing to do.
Man, I'm not really getting any more cheese pulls. I'm just gonna take the stick out. I'm actually try this rice. Second thing I've been doing is doing puzzles. I sound like such a grandma. Last year for Christmas, I was going to Target. My dad had given me like $200 to spend for Christmas. So I got the things and then I had a little money left over. So I went to Target and then I was just browsing the aisles, you know, looking at the toys, looking at the stuff that is fun, but I probably wouldn't buy if I was using my own money, you know. So we got to the puzzle section and there were this whole section of puzzles only 50% off. So I just got one and then I guess the whole family thought it was really funny. You know, whenever you celebrate Christmas with like your main family and then maybe you do it a few more times with a different family. So with a different family, I guess they had heard that I bought myself a puzzle and then I got a puzzle from like everyone. Which is no problem, it's just like, I literally bought one and now everyone thinks I'm a grandma. Which I kind of am because I've been doing puzzles in my free time. I finished one It was only 500 pieces, so it wasn't that hard. And then I started another one yesterday. It's like kind of mindless, but also stimulating enough where I don't feel bored. You know, you can listen to music. It's just a good time. So, get a puzzle. If you don't have one, I'm not really sure what you could do because I wouldn't recommend going outside. I'm not like much of a condiments person. Ever since I was little, I hated like mustard, unless it's honey mustard pretzels, which is so specific. I hated mustard, ketchup, mayo. The only condiments I liked were barbecue sauce and A1 sauce, which I used to think was called Al sauce, because it doesn't look like a one. Oh. My chopsticks fell. But I thought it was Al sauce, so. Okay. On to the next thing you guys can do. Cook new things. I was honestly really struggling on some content ideas. Because, you know, I'm like a professional creator. But usually I'll go to the Asian market, find something interesting like a new pack of noodles or some rice cakes, and then I can make random stuff. But this time I went to like Target and Publix, which I never go to for groceries. Because Target is expensive and Publix is also expensive in comparison to other grocery stores. You know? Like usually I'll shop at the Asian market or Walmart if I need like bread. Oh yeah, I said try to cook new things or just get creative. So I had some leftover rice. I put some stuff in it. I had some cabbage, so I made some kimchi, which I thought was going to be good or better than the time that I made last time, but it's actually worse. I don't know why. I can't tell if it's the type of cabbage I'm using, the amount of salt I'm putting in, and I make sure to put in enough, and I even tasted it before to make sure it was salty enough. But it's just the cabbage is giving me a weird taste. Maybe, I'm not sure how like chemistry works, but I think the salt like breaks down. Maybe I really didn't put enough, and then it couldn't break it down enough, so has that weird bitter taste. I'm not really sure. I could talk about my kimchi dilemmas for a really long time. So yes, that's I'm pretty sure third thing is try to make new things. Because you would be surprised how simple good things are. Like this is literally just flour, sugar, baking powder, and cheese. And of course a few other things that I'm sure everyone has in the pantry. And surprisingly, it's not that thick and heavy. I think it's because the batter is pretty light. It's not dense or anything. Okay, the fourth thing is find a new hobby or like practice a new skill. And I probably should have been doing this even without being forced to stay at home because I have nothing else to do. But like practicing video editing is something that I didn't think would be that hard, but it's actually really difficult. And I think maybe it's because it's the first video I've ever edited and I don't really know how to use the program, but that is hard and time consuming. I think I just have to get into a flow and then it'll be easier. So practice something new, like editing, maybe making a song on GarageBand, start up juggling, practice making bread. Dude, I've been wanting to make bread for the longest time. I follow this YouTube channel and she always makes bread, and a lot of her recipes use yeast because of course bread needs yeast. So I've been meaning to buy some every time I go to the grocery store, but it's always gone or I can't find it. I went to Target,
No yeast.
Publix,
No yeast.
Walmart.
Couldn't find it.
So I don't know if people just also want to make bread at this point, or if bread is something that people make often and I'm just now hopping on the trend. Whoops, that's my spoon. So I don't really know what's going on, but I just want some yeast. And I even went onto Amazon to see if I could order it. And the options for nutritional yeast, which I have nothing against, are far more expansive, varied. I don't know. There's more choice for nutritional yeast than there is like baking yeast. And I don't even think a lot of people buy nutritional yeast regularly. Okay, this is like not hot anymore. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I also have more chopsticks. Woo! Going up those stairs, it's a lot of cardio. I think I'm gonna take this off the stick too. So, on to the next thing that you guys can do is yoga. Yoga is good for your mind, it's good for your body, it's good for connecting your mind to your body, and it's also good. Dumplings are like my favorite food. But I hate deep fried dumplings. So I just pan fry it. And normally I would do the thing, well actually not normally because I would never do it. But you're supposed to like pan fry the bottom and then whenever the bottom is crispy, add water, put a lid on it so the rest can steam. But I don't like washing the lid, so I just stir fry it on all sides. And it stays pretty soft depending on how long you cook it. But anyways, back to yoga. I just find videos on YouTube, my favorite person is Patrick Beach because his voice is really soothing. Like, normally I don't find people with like buns attractive and beards, but he's actually really attractive and he's insanely strong and good at explaining the moves and keeping a good flow. So I really like watching his videos. And at first you might go into one of his videos thinking that it's going to be so easy, like all I'm doing is stretching, I'm not flexible. But what I'm saying is you don't need to be super flexible, but it does require a lot of strength, which I like because it's like a different form of movement that I feel like people aren't used to and people don't appreciate as much as like running or weightlifting or resistance training. I think people have yoga in like a part of their minds that's with like chakras and essential oils and crystals and stuff, but I think it's accessible to everyone, like even if you like going to the gym, because it really does help you be more flexible, and when you're flexible you're stronger. And also it just makes you feel good at the end of the video whenever you finished it, you know? So, I definitely recommend, oh my god, I just said I recommend. I definitely would recommend trying a yoga video, even if you aren't into it, just to explore different forms of movement. What else have I been doing? Nothing. This rice isn't hitting as much as I thought it would. But yeah, I haven't really been doing much else. I hope that everyone is staying safe, not going outside. Okay. That's good. I recommend everyone to try this recipe because it's literally so easy. To be honest, I don't really want to try this one because this is the first one I made. And I didn't test the oil heat. I put it at the same level that I did last time when I cooked these, which was fine, but this time the heat was really low. And so I think instead of actually cooking, it just kind of sat in the oil for a bit while the oil heated up. And then I think this one will be like extra oily. So I'm just gonna leave that one for now. But I think it makes the plate look prettier, you know? Before I go, and I'm almost done, I'm gonna tell you guys about my favorite people to watch or like things to consume in this time of high social media consumption. So the first person I've been watching a lot is Cody Ko, because my sister really likes him and she actually introduced me to him. And at first I was like we're going to see him live. His show actually got postponed till August, but we're gonna go see him live. It'll be fun, but I'm not that interested right now. But then I started watching his videos and he's actually so funny. Like everything that he hates, I also hate. So I get to watch him rant about the things I hate for like 15 minutes and it saves me from having to do it. The next thing I've been really liking is this Instagram account on Instagram. I think it's called Physique, but it's spelled a weird way. He makes like infographics about how you should perform exercises in the gym and like why we do it certain ways. And it's basically just really informative and easy to digest. And he's good at explaining things. It also like isn't bullshit because I'm learning about the same things he's talking about in school, so I can connect them. And his posts aren't annoying. Like I usually keep my following like really small just because I want to make sure that the content I'm getting on my feed is quality. The criteria for me to follow like an account that isn't a personal account, like if I don't know you, is pretty strict. Like I don't even follow my favorite celebrities because I just don't like what they post. That's why I'm so out of the loop on a lot of things. But yeah, I really like his account if you're interested in like fitness and stuff. Also been watching a lot of David Dobrik. He's just so wholesome and cute and funny. And I was watching him and Liza's videos together, and it made me sad because he seemed like so happy back then, and their sense of humor just meshed really well together. Also been watching Archer on Hulu. Kind of sucks it's not on Netflix, but me and my dad used to watch Archer like a few years ago, which is kind of weird considering how vulgar and sexual and like adult-like it is. But now going back, it's just as funny. So I'd recommend that if you like adult animation, I guess. Surprisingly, I'm not that full. Let me just take a bite. Let me see. One more, just to make sure that it was bad. Okay, one more, because I have to be nice. And by the way, I'm only getting the breading at this point. Tastes like I'm eating crispy oil. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you maybe do some of the things I do to keep myself not bored. And if you have any other ideas of how I cannot be bored, please let me know, because it's getting really rough in here. I've actually stayed in my room for like 2 days straight, and it's really bad. Like the other day, I went outside for the first time in a few days, and I swear I forgot how to drive. And like, I'm already not that great of a driver, but that coupled with not having driven for like 3 days, it was really bad. I mean, I didn't die, but it felt shaky. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye!